I am Ananda Pereira from Sapphire Kingdom Gems, Gemology. Sapphire Kingdom Gemology. This is our lesson number 14. We are discussing here the concept of C4, C4 concept in gemstones. If you are not subscribed yet, please press the subscribe button and bell icon. 4 C's or C4 concept means there are 4 words we have to think about the gemstones. We have to think color, clarity, carat weight, and the cut. All the 4 words are starting with letter C. So it gives the name for the concept C4. C4 concept is this: color, clarity, carat weight, cut. Remember, if you are joining to the gem business, you should understand these C4 well. Right. Look at the color here. We can categorize color into another 3: hue, tone, and the saturation. Hue means the first impression of the color. When we see the color, it will give some impression to us. That is hue. Tone, the lightness or darkness of color ranging from light to medium dark. That is called tone. Saturation, the intensity of a gemstone's color, which is measured from dull, strong to vivid. Remember, when we are buying gemstones, the gemstone color saturation should be strong to vivid only. Don't buy dull saturation gemstones. We can't sell it. No value there. Very, very low value in dull saturation. So you have to choose vivid or strong only. So when we are thinking about the color, there are 3 things: hue, tone, and saturation. I saw a lot of people buy these dull stones because they have no idea about these 3 inside the color character. So remember, hue, tone, and saturation, you have to think. When you are buying, you have to buy vivid or strong only. Now look at this ruby. It is ruby, red color. Ruby, it is vivid. Tone is very nice. Hue, good hue. Look at the blue sapphire here. Vivid, good hue. Tone also good. Look at the blue sapphire here. It is cornflower blue. This is the cornflower. Cornflower is this. There are a lot of colors, but out of these colors of this flower, this blue color one is the cornflower blue. Look at these blues. All are blue sapphires. Peacock blue. This is called peacock blue. All are vivid. Saturation vivid. Tone is very good. Hue, nice hue. Now we are moving to clarity. Inside the clarity, we have to discuss, there are a lot of words here. Each word gives some idea to us to check if those are inside the stones or no. Inside the stones, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There are 15 things here. They are prevailing inside the gemstones. It gives clarity weak. Those 15 words are giving the clarity, weak clarity. Then it depends to the market of the gemstone. So we have to think about this. What is crystal? Inside the stone, there should be small crystals, solid inclusions of various shapes and sizes. Extremely small crystals are referred to as pinpoints or grains. Those are crystals inside the gemstone. Silk, fine fibers of titanium dioxide, that is rutile, or other minerals that resemble the look of silk. Well-formed silk indicates that the sapphire underwent no heat treatment and is of natural origin. Silk is a preferred inclusion in sapphires. Needles, long, thin, Inclusions of either crystals or tubes filled with gas or liquid, growth tubes, gas or liquids, especially CO2, carbon dioxide, and H2O, maybe. Cracks. Cracks means feather-like inclusions, also known as fractures or fissures. There are three things: feather-like inclusions or feathers, fractures, fissures, all are cracks. Parting, breakage along a plane of weakness. Thinning, two crystals grown out of one another or next to each other. That is twinning, doubling. Halos, circular fractures surrounding a crystal. That is called halos. Fingerprints, common in sapphire. These inclusions look like human fingerprint outlines. That is called fingerprints. Color zoning, uneven color distribution in the sapphire. It gives very low price to the sapphire. If the color zoning is there, the sapphire price go down, very low price. So remember to check the clarity of these things. Cavities. Cavities means holes extending into the sapphire from the surface. That is cavities. Chips, broken off pieces along the girdle or on the culet of the sapphire surface. That is chips. Blemishes, scars. Scratches, lines scratched on a gemstone. Pits, tiny holes on the stone's surface. That is called pits. Nicks, broken parts of a stone's girdle or facet. Abrasions, rough scrapings along the stone facet edges. These 15 things we have to consider well when we are checking the clarity of the stone. Remember it. It is very big one. When we are checking, we have to check out of these 15, how many are there? Then we have to value the stone. Those 15 things give weaker value to the stone. So clarity is very important thing, like color. Clarity grades. There are clarity grades. A plus, A, B plus, B. What is A plus? Perfection. The stone is clean to the eye. That is eye clean, but not necessarily at 10x magnification. A plus means eye clean, but with the 10x loop, we can see the inclusions. That quality is A plus. A means the stone has very small visible inclusions. Don't buy A. It is low price. B plus, very slightly included. It is VS1 or VSI, very slightly included. Inclusions of small internal crystals are only slightly visible on close inspection. That is B plus. B, slightly included. Inclusions of small internal crystals are visible on close inspection. A and B are very low price. A plus and B plus is higher than A and B. Transparency. We should consider inside the clarity, stone should be with transparency. The degree of visibility through a sapphire is known as its transparency. It is an often overlooked characteristic when discussing sapphires. Transparency is designated as follows. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 things. Transparent, semi-transparent, translucent, semi-translucent, or opaque. When we are buying gemstones, remember gemstones must be transparent. If it is transparent, the price is higher. Objects look clear and distinct through the stone. These sapphires usually have excellent brilliance despite any inclusions they may have. Semi-transparent. Objects look slightly hazy or blurry through the stone. So Semi-transparent, prices are very low. Translucent, objects are difficult to see through the sapphire. Light can pass through, but it is somewhat diffused. Don't buy translucent gems. Semi-translucent or semi-opaque, don't buy those. A small fraction of light passes through the stone. We can't see the stone's inner area. Opaque. Opaque means no light passes through the stones. Don't buy opaque stones. Even sapphire, no price for the opaque stones. If the gemstone is opaque, no price. It is zero. Now, carat weight. You need very well. This part is, I saw in the gem market, they have no idea about the face and the carat weight. So you should take the screenshot or print out and remember those values to identify the carat weight, connection between carat weight and the shapes. The price changes according to the weight of the stone is irregular. Carat weight, the following are the weights obtaining according to the shape of the cut. These are the cuts: round, princess cut, emerald, oval, marquise, spear, trillion, baguette, cushion, heart, radiant, ancient. This table gives the oval shape and the weight. Length, first value is the length, next value is the width. Length and the width of the stone measured by millimeters. So millimeter, 5 millimeter into 3 millimeter oval shape gives 35 points of the weight. 35 points. 100 points equal to 1 carat. 6 by 4 stone gives 60 points. 7 by 5 stone oval means 1 carat of the stone. This is for sapphire. 8-6 means 1.5, 155. 9-7 is 220 carat. 10-8, 350. 11-9, 380. 12-10, 6. 14-10, 7.25 carats. 16-12 means 12 carat. You need this value to remember to buy the rough stones. Before you do the rough business, you need to understand and do cut and polish business and understand these carat weight and the shape value. When you understand these things properly, you can buy rough stones. Without that, you can't buy. So remember, what is 1 carat size? What is 2 carat size? If it is oval. Now come to the rounds, the shape rounds. 2 millimeter round means 5 points of the carat weight. 3 millimeter, 15 points. 4 millimeter rounds, 34 points. Weight, carat weight. 5 millimeter, 65 points. 6 millimeter round gives 1.05 carats. 7 millimeter, 160. 8 millimeter round, 225. 10 millimeter round, 450. You need to remember these very well. If not, you can't do rough jigs. You can buy rough. Then the marquee shape, 4 by 2, the difference is 2. Length is double than the width. Length double than the width. 4 by 2 is 13 points carat, 1 stone. 6 by 3 marquee shape, 35 points. Marquee is this. 10 by 5 is 150. 12 by 6 is 220 carat. 14 by 7 is 3 carats. Pear shape. Remember, pear shape is very difficult to sell. Pear shape, nobody buy pear shapes. But there is a shape. 10 by 7, pear shape gives 2.50 carats. 13-8 gives this weight. 14 by 10 gives 790 carats. It is pear shape. This is emerald cut. Emerald cut is this. Octagon shape. 5 by 3, 0.55 points. 6 by 4 stone gives 75 points. 7.5, 150. Look at the oval shape here. 7.5 is 1 carat. 1 carat. 7.5, emerald cut is 150. You have to understand these well. Remember these well. 8 by 6 is this. These tables gives you rough idea and rough and correct idea to buy rough stones, and after cutting, what is the face value and the weight. So remember, this part is very, very important. You have to write down this in your book. These tables you have to write down and remember. Daily you have to study and remember. Now look at this. Cut. We finish color and the clarity. We are discussing the cut. There must be proportional cut so that total internal reflection occurs. Look at these stones. All the stones here are perfectly cut. No light leaks. Perfectly cut. That means it is reflect in the light like this. This is the correct way. No errors here, cutting errors. Light comes through the air here, then go inside the stone and reflected from this pavilion, reflected to the other side, and it is reflected to again and take the color out. Then we can see the correct color in the stone. No light is leaking from the pavilion to the other side. The gem's backside, no leak into the backside. If the leak is there, we can't see the correct color here. So this is called perfect cut or proportional cut. Another name is ideal cut. Then overall grade determined by looking at hue, tone, color, purity, clarity, transparency, and cut. Look at this gem. You can see the diameter of the stone and the table size, crown height, pavilion height. This is culet angle. This is pavilion angle, red color, green color, crown angle. There are some measurements here. We discussed earlier, I think. Then all the facets are mentioned here. Round brilliant cut is there. Round, lower girdle facet, pavilion main facet. Everything is mentioned here properly. Get the idea. Now we are moving to very important place. Value of a gem. When we are valuing a gem, we have to think about the color, but only 60% for the color. Location, but only for the 15%. Location means if the sapphire is Sri Lanka, we can add another 15. If it is another country, this 15% is not there. So location adds 15% value to the stone. Shape means round, oval, marquee, pear. The best shape is round. Second one is oval. The others are less than those. So best shape adding 5%, another 5% to the value. Then the size of the gem. 1 carat, 2 carat, 3 carat, 5 carat, like. If it is little bit bigger, then the price update another 10% for the size. So the size of the stone gives another value to the stone. Cut. Perfect cut gives another 10%. Add another 10% to the value of the stone. Then see, 15 plus 5, 20, 30, 40. 40% gives to these things. Location, shape, size, and cut. The only color gives 60%. I saw in some markets, our people are thinking only about the color. Remember, when buyer buys the stone, buyer checks these things. If it is Sri Lanka, they will add another 15% to the value. If the stone is not in Sri Lanka, out of Sri Lanka, it depends on the location. For example, if it is Alexandrite, this 15% add for Brazilian Alexandrite, not Sri Lankan one. That is the example I can give. Sri Lankan Alexandrites get this 60% shape, 5% size, this 10% for the cut. But location, 15%, the buyers don't add because They add this 15% for the Brazilian stones. They give fully 100% change. And the green is very good. Like that, value of a gem depends on these five things. Out of these five, 60% for the color, 15 for location, 5% for shape, 10 for size, and another 10 for cut. Altogether, it is 100. Now look at these sapphire prices I gave here. Size sapphire of 10 points to 20 points. Carat, 10 to 20 points, point stones. If it is VVS clarity, VVS means loop clean, $30 per carat. 30 points to 40 points, $50 per carat. 50 to 60 points, $90 per carat. 70 to 80, $130 per carat. 90 points to 1 carat, $150 per carat. 1 to 1.5 carats, $400 per carat. Then if it is 1.5, it becomes $600 per carat. Totally $600 for the stone. 1.6 to 2.5, the range is $900 per carat. 2.6 to 3.5, $1,600 per carat. 3.6 to 4.5, $2,000 per carat. 4.6 to 5.5, $3,500 per carat. Remember, today's price, you have to add another 50% of this price. When you need to calculate the today's price, add another 50% of this value. Then it gives the new value, today's value. So you need to take this as base price for the sapphires, base prices. Okay. Then if you are not subscribed yet, please press the subscribe button and bell icon to receive all the lessons in this channel. Give like and share and comment. Join us and learn and enrich your future. We will meet in the next part, lesson 15. I am ready to stop.